Hello there everyone. In today's video, I'm going to give you an in-depth guide on how to get good at build a plane. We're going to go step by step through the basics, so even if you're brand new to the game, you'll know exactly what to do. I'll also show you the best and fastest ways to make money right from the start, so you don't have to waste time figuring it out on your own. Whether you're just building your very first little plane, or you're aiming for something massive and powerful, this guide is going to help you build the plane you want as fast as possible. So, the first step when you start is to focus on grabbing as many propellers as possible as quickly as you can. Propellers are the key to building up your speed. And more speed means you can cover more distance in less time. And of course, that means faster money. If you've still got some money left after grabbing propellers, you can go ahead and invest in some extra fuel. Fuel will let you keep flying longer, but in the early game, your main priority should be speed. The faster you go, the more you can grind for cash. And that's exactly what's going to help you upgrade everything else a lot quicker later on. So in short, propellers first, fuel second. That's how you get off to the fastest start possible. Don't worry at all about how your plane looks in the beginning. Seriously, forget making it look cool or realistic for now. Just stack those propellers and fuel tanks wherever you can fit them, even if it makes your plane look ridiculously weird. Trust me, in the early game, performance matters way more than style. You can always design a beautiful plane later once you're making money fast. For the next 5 to 10 minutes, your main goal is going to be grinding for cash. Keep stacking more propellers, but also start saving for better quality propellers and the best fuel tanks you can afford. Upgrading those two things will have the biggest impact on your speed and flight distance. And that means you'll be earning money way faster. Remember, early game is all about efficiency. You might be flying the ugliest plane ever built, but if it gets you money quickly, you're doing it right. If you're playing during the new hour, you'll notice that for the first 15 minutes, you have the chance to enter Blood Moon mode. Now, personally, I don't think it can farm you money faster than the method I showed you earlier with stacking propellers and fuel. That strategy is still my #1 choice for quick cash. However, Blood Moon mode can still be a really fun and rewarding option, especially if you've got some solid speed on your plane and you're confident in controlling it. The faster and more stable your plane is, the easier it will be to take full advantage of the mode. The big bonus here is that besides cash, you also have a chance to get exclusive Blood Moon plane parts. These are pretty rare, so if you're lucky enough to grab some, it's definitely worth it. Think of it less like your main farming method, and more like a special event that can spice up your grind and give you some unique upgrades you wouldn't normally get. So if you're already in the game during Blood Moon time, why not give it a try? You might walk away with some awesome parts and a decent pile of cash on top. One more thing, and this is probably obvious to experienced players, but if you're new to the game, you might not know this yet. You can actually double the normal speed of your plane with a simple trick. On PC, all you have to do is hold down the forward button. That's it. No upgrades, no special parts, just a simple press. And boom, your plane is flying twice as fast. If you're playing on mobile, it works a little differently. You'll usually need to press or hold in front of your plane on the screen to activate that speed boost. It's worth experimenting to find exactly where to tap so you can hit that double speed every time. It might seem like a small tip, but trust me, speed means money in this game. The faster you move, the more cash you can rack up over time. So don't forget to use it. It's free speed, and free speed is basically faster money. Alright, so now we're going to hop over to my main account. This is the plane I personally use whenever I want to farm money AFK. With this setup, I can hit launch every 15 to 30 seconds, and each run brings in anywhere from 500 to 1000 cash. It's quick, consistent, and perfect for grinding without too much effort. The real secret behind this plane is that it's super tanky. I've built it using a lot of strong blocks, placed my seat right in the center of the plane, and made sure my fuel tanks are well protected with layers of blocks around them. This design means I can smash into a lot of obstacles before I even come close to exploding. The great thing about having a tanky build like this is that you don't have to worry as much about flying perfectly or dodging every little thing. You can focus more on speed and launch timing, knowing your plane can take a hit and keep going. For AFK farming, durability is just as important as speed, because if you crash too easily, you're wasting valuable time between launches. And honestly, if you've been playing for a while, you'll naturally get used to controlling high speeds. Once you get the hang of it, you can sometimes even break your personal record just by pushing your plane to go faster and faster. It's a great feeling when you nail that perfect run and beat your old distance. But here's a little easier method for players who might not have perfect control yet, or just want a safer way to go far without crashing too early. You can use the save system to build a second plane, one that's not packed with tons of propellers. Instead, make it fly pretty slow, but give it a lot of fuel. This slower build has one big advantage. You can travel epically far without worrying about losing control or smashing into things at crazy speeds. You're basically just cruising through the map, taking your time, and thanks to all that extra fuel, you can keep going and going until you hit new record distances. Sometimes slow and steady really does win the race, especially if you want consistent long runs without stress. So, let's quickly build another plane to show you exactly what I mean as an example. For this build, try using around 3 to 6 of your best propellers, or even more if you're confident that you can handle the speed without crashing into anything. The key is to find that balance between speed and control. If you go too fast and can't steer properly, you'll end up smashing into obstacles before you can really take advantage of the run. Next, bring along all the fuel you have. The more fuel, the longer you can stay in the air and keep your momentum going. But remember, fuel adds weight, so you'll need to use enough wings to support that extra load. Wings not only help with stability, but they also make sure your plane doesn't sink like a rock when you add all that fuel and equipment. Once you've got your propellers, fuel and wings all set, you are ready to go for new distance records. Just keep in mind, if your plane is epically slow because of the heavy fuel load, you'll need time and patience. It might feel like you're crawling forward compared to your usual high-speed runs, but that's the whole point. Slow and steady means you have less chance of crashing early, and you can potentially go farther than ever before. So those were some of the tips and tricks you can use to get better at the build a plane game. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. Thanks for watching and have a great day.